orbit around and let you see what has been done. We adjusted Gerald's place, put a new slope in here, and auto-gen trailers and houses over here, and I guess I'll have to draw by hand the school, which is over here, but I still have to put in what I drew 10 years ago, which is the church. So let's take a nice little look-see. Oh yeah, and I put in a grass strip just to the right, as you see it, 1,000-foot grass strip to the right of 0321. And you can see some of the auto-gen that I've put in there, right down there. And tweaked up the house, the barn, the farmhouse. And there's Gerald's place at the top of your screen coming around. And let's go ahead and get inside. So now we're going to try to do it in, let's do it in the, I don't want to mess around right now. So we're going to put it in our buddy. Not the Piper J3, but nothing that I haven't played with before, and I like to go nice and slow and nice and low and slow. So let's use the Ortho4XP Labs. Let's customize with my November 146 Charlie Hotel on it. We don't need to start with the engines running, and got 10 AI aircraft, but I have disabled the AI. So here we go. This ought to be a pretty quick load because we're already at the airport, but we shall see. We're using Ortho4XP C172 SP. Okay. And we can mess. That's us down there with the lights flashing. Okay. Well, view ID 1's going to be important, so let's go to the are these my I don't think this is my control panel. Yeah, that's okay. Yeah, that's not good. Let's go to category 1. This is supposed to be the pilot view, and I don't understand why it's not. Oh, okay. Let's put this aside. All right, and we also did these banks here. This is 15 feet higher up here. They got a little anomaly here, and I've meant to put in trees along in here, but they didn't catch as much as I would like to have them do it. But anyway, let's go ahead and let's fix the audio. Bring up the sound just like, whoa, the master sound's already up. Okay. Well, this isn't about sound. This is about And let's put on a fuel pump. Okay, good enough. And full rich. Back out. I still don't know what this guy is. But we're going to leave it alone for right now. Let's go ahead and crank her up. And my foot brakes are on. Let's go ahead and take off from 03. Oh yeah, I guess we should do that. In the meantime, we got everything warming up. Here's where we are. Let's zoom out. So the only real airstrip, the closest intersection is Zubis, and there's one more. It's close, and Tomps. Those are both within 10 miles. Zubis is closer to 7 on a radial of approximately 270,300, about 310. Well, let's see where it is. Zubis is at Tomps is 169 and Zubis is 129. Okay, how are we doing with our temperatures here? Okay, we're in the green. We're still kind of low here. We've got gas, and we are local time. Let's go to real local time. Although it would, I can from here, from this position, I can change the lighting, and I think I'll keep it this way. Local time, just so you know, is 17:45. Let me make it a little bit closer to what it really is, because it's early in the morning. I should have gone the other way. Ugh. Dummy. About 6:10. Call it 7 o'clock in the morning. The sun doesn't rise until 9. Let's let the sun rise a little bit. Okay. Good enough. Let me adjust my okay. Clear on the left. And clear on the right. Okay. Let's go ahead and taxi to our left. And here's the reason, because we can get we've got to adjust these lights. They're in the middle of the taxiway. This is the first time I've been on the taxiway since I readjusted the field. So I've got to adjust the wind sock. And I may need to adjust the taxiway. Whoops. Get back over there. I got full left rudder, full right rudder, and I'm in the weeds. If we can't get out of this, alright, here's what we're going to do. We can't, so we're going to change our flight configuration. We're going to change location to runway 3. and right there, and we're going to do a 3-mile approach. So you get a nice overview of the situation. Alright, that's 25E down there. There, dead ahead. Let me get this cursor out of the way. Dead is Ranger's Tower, which is exactly 1 mile, well, 1.1 miles away from the house. Now, we've got the field dead ahead of us. But if you're driving, this is the way you're going to drive. If you look to your left, that's 25E below us. And 25E is over to the left. We pick up 223 right down here. And there's Rex's place with his garages and his log truck, which I drew 10 years ago. And we're going to head over towards on 223 here towards the farm. Let's get our speedway back and bring our flaps down and go nice and slow. I think I left all the proper elements in. Okay, there's the strip down there. And we're going to come around up here. Well, we can look to the right and to the left. I need to get rid of that tree. I thought I'd try getting rid of it. Got some trailers right down there. And I've got to do Isco's Market. There's the Stinking Creek Bridge. And there's the farmhouse, the barn. Whoops. We put in the 1,000-foot grass strip. We got this bank now. And I need to bring the trees down a little bit closer. We'll be coming over to Gerald Bingham's place, see if I placed that house properly. Looks like it did. And that's his school bus. And we'll come back around again. I don't want to wreck, but if we don't watch it, we will. So I'm going to have to extend my flight here. And pick up some speed. So we're going to head this way to do that, and then come around to the right. And did I get myself lost? We're down this way. That's okay, I think. I need to go to my right. Head right towards the farm. And there's the auto gen, and right below us is the field. we'll come around and come in on we got the height now. We can come in on 2-1, but you got a mountain down there. Let's see if you say, yeah, that's a good shot. There's Joe Bingham's place. Alright, past the tail right there. He's a half a mile from us. So let's don't crash. Pay attention. Okay, where am I? I actually need to come to my right. There's the strip down there, Gerald's house right there. Okay, so put in the 1,000-foot strip, put in the slope, move the VASI lights, put in auto gen a little bit, some double wide trailers, single wide trailers. I need to put in Esco's market where all the cars are. And let's go ahead and put final flaps in. And we'll come around and land on 03. Even though we have a big old tree in the way. I tried to get rid of that with exclusion zones and they just weren't working out. Okay, 60 knots, full flaps, trim. Yeah, I gotta readjust my VASI lights. And let's come around this fella. And whoop. And we'll come in from the opposite end. Let's bring our speed up. And come around. I think we've got enough airspeed to do that. Did I get lost again? I think I did. There it is. Let me do a little flyby. And here's the farmhouse to the left. I like the road. There's the museum. I'll land out in the field here. We're going to take Moore's Creek up, back up to the house. And when I put a fence in here, it's going to be pretty hard to do. Let's go back out to the field. And we'll just park it right here for a moment. Take a look-see around. Brakes on. Alright, that's where we are. The bridge needs to come up a little bit because it's flashing. But there's the, you can see the double wides that I put in there. ESCO's created a little area for, and we've got some cars for sale across the creek right there. There's the there's my school bus, and there's Hallie's car down there. Let's see what else we got. You can look over to the right, you can see the farmhouse and the barn. And auto gen that I put in here. Mostly double wides and single wides. I don't have any good houses without having to draw them. And of course the airstrip right there. And here's a good shot of Mama Carnes Museum, which was Sally Bingham Carnes' country store until it was torn down. But up here is the apartment, and down here is Sally Bingham Carnes, or Mama Carnes' store, recreated on the first floor. And just for grins, I put a school bus up there in front of the farmhouse, right where I used to park it. And let's see if we got anything. Here's some airport camera shots. This is runway 03. I wonder how it got that so high. And runway 22, or 21 rather, from a very high angle. Here's a good shot from runway 21. Wait, do we have some AI traffic up there? Oh no, I'm using runway cameras. That's me down there. And here are the start locations. Let's look at runway 3. There's a farmhouse down there, and Mama Carnes Museum. And then I put in, ESCO put in these cars and the school bus. And these single length trailers, because that's what they are. So let's come back out and just look around just a little bit. Spend about 3 seconds on that looks like it might be an orbit. Let's go to the airport cameras. And let's see what we got here. Redid this as my own November 146 Charlie Hotel. I don't know why. Let's continue the different shots, because if there are bad shots, I either need to edit them or I need to delete them. It's not a bad little walk around, if you will. And what do we got with our next button? Not bad. This is the next camera, but it looks like it's kind of a duplication of the previous one. This is in left wing, and right out the window. I think they just swap back and forth. Yep. And we gotta fix that because it goes too low. It's fine for up in the air though. And that's fine for up in the air too, but and that one last low and slow. Oh, that camera was for a different plane. It was for the Super Cub. That's where we got the low and slow. Let's see if we can change that right quick. Where is the Super Cub? Your Piper J. I wish I could figure out how to copy the scenery that I had created. Not the scenery, but the camera shot. Whoa. Well, this is the J Cub. Well, okay. Do we have all of our control surfaces? Yeah. Alright, let's go ahead and make our approach. I don't see where, I do not know where the flaps are. Battery, fuel, where, nose down, there's trim. Like a Studebaker trim. This is a Super Cub, by the way. We're just going to come over this hill and do our nice slow approach. I have not found where the flap handle is. And I know I've got, you see those heel brakes? That was interesting. Our buddy Steve at Flight Chops has been training in the Super Cub, and it's pretty well detailed here. That's why I put the grass strip in, and don't know where my flaps are. Well, let's go outside again. Let's see. Okay, we got full flaps now. We gotta get back in the cockpit, Chaz. Okay. Here's the strip. Should we go ahead and try it? We're going too fast. Way too fast. We need to make an approach. Let's burn off some speed down here at on this road down here. Okay, that's good enough. Alright. I know that if you get your tail wheel down, we're going to need to go 65. If your tail wheel comes down, you either got to get it back up again or keep it down. And there's only one way of doing that, and they can constantly say, bring your elevator's back all the freaking way. Alright, shall we try the grass strip? Why not, right? Holy crap, did I do it? I'll be damned. That's the first time I've landed on the grass with this thing. Son of a bitch. Well, I'm going to save this flight. I am indeed. Let's put the parking brakes on. And flight. Save flight. And we're going to do not a situation, but a replay. You're a SS. Dot. And save this puppy. Well, I want to see what that looked like. So let's go to flight, toggle replay mode, and come back here. Come back a little bit further. It was only 2 minutes. Really? Okay, that's fine. And go ahead and put it on play and come back to here. How fast are we going? Oh man, it's not registering the speed on the Super Cub. Oh well. You can get the right speed replay for the Super Cub. I got it before and I don't know, so I don't know why they were not seeing it. So I don't know what the speed was. Get her down, get her down. Oh, I just missed the grass. But the tail got down. And how much room did we have? Let's see. Let's go to external. Oh, there's a free camera. The only thing is, we don't have a free camera with this plug-in. Go next. We need to disable it. Go to flight, view external, and free camera. Go external, dude. Wasn't that external? Well, let's go circle. Oh, okay. There we go. So I had, how much room did I have to? Geez, I landed in half. I landed in 500 feet. Well, in other words, it can be done. Can be done. A little bit off to the left. Okay. Let's do a circle camera and take a oh, we're on a circle camera, and yet I could use a free camera. That's weird. Did I disable X camera? No, I didn't. Yeah, I did. I disabled it. So let's do one last long look. Wait. let's see, 7.5, 8.10. All of these need to be gotten rid of. I didn't realize. All right, so which one is that long orbit, number 3? That's a pretty good view of the runway and of the farm and where we are. I'm liking that. Let's make it a little bit prettier, put it in the afternoon. I wonder if we can do, oh, this is on replay. I guess we can't adjust the light. So we do have the slope. I moved the airstrip about 30 feet to the left, and there's just one little bump right there. This is the result of Ortho4XPs. There's no slope. It's 307 meters up here and 302 down here. So 5 meters difference, about 15 feet. And let's get the cursor out of the way. Gerald's house on the left, about to be hidden. Let's see. I had a long orbit, 750 feet. 750 foot orbit, 350. This is 300 by 300. This is a test, but it's not quite high enough. Well, where is it? It's a little bit too short. It's not a bad overview. We'll keep that. This one is, no, that's to be gotten rid of, 751.012. So let's get rid of that. 751.012. So we're going to delete that puppy. This is 300 feet by 300 feet. This is 750 radius by 300 and 300 feet. Let's see how this does. It's not doing anything, huh? A little bit fast. If we don't dig ourselves into the dirt, we'll keep this orbit. See my autogen over to the right. Done with, I think that's, a lot of it's Mr. X, or some of it is. Okay, we'll keep that orbit. 303, I don't, yeah, this is the bad one, 758.10. Let's go to our control panel and delete it. So that one's good. That's okay. Little fast. But not a bad orbit to show off the airport. And let's see. This is a long orbit. Kind of self-indulgent, if you ask me, but let's get rid of so there's runway 3. Stinking Creek's right below us, but it's a little bit too high. I wonder if I can change my modes. Oh, I can with my joystick. Just like I was doing it inside, I can change my external views. It's kind of dizzying, and you know, to tell you the truth, I mean, that's just a little bit fast. I'm probably going to delete that. And the next one, the developer told me that I could use a continuous orbit if I made this setting right here. Manually enable camera, allow auto advance, and that's not working. I even put auto advance to the next camera there, and that's not working. So this is 750 meter radius, 300 low, and 300 meters high. In other words, close to 1,000 feet above. And that's so we didn't run into the mountain when we went around in a circle. This one's another 500 feet above that. So let's try that. And I should have done that at 60 seconds instead of 30. But we do have a nice slope in here, and that's pretty damn close to the real situation. I decided to move the runway instead of redoing Ortho4XP because it's easier to see what you're doing with the WED. And so I just let the slope be what it was. Yeah, but here's the question. Are we still in playback mode? We'll stop this, and I'll let you take a look at it at night once this goes all the way around. This is Ortho4XP LOD19, or LD, level LD19. So, let's get out of replay mode, and I should at this point now be able to change the lighting. Yeah. And there's our lights. And I do need to move the lights because I moved the whole airport. Now, let's take away the X camera and view external circle, and we'll zoom out and come around, and there's a pretty good shot of our situation. Let me zoom a little bit in so we include the farmhouse. And now we can brighten it up a little. Here's full dark. And you can zoom in a little bit more. And come around here. They're just doing beauty shots here, actually. And come down just a bit more. So you see, I got to get rid of this tree, and let's change the lighting so you can see what's going on. These 4 lights need to be adjusted back towards the periphery. Let's see where my cursor is. Towards the periphery of the field. So we got the house, the barn, the shed, and yes, I'm going to take blender. I need a downlight, and that's all. You see our auto gen that we placed in there. So I'm pretty pleased. Not satisfied, but pleased. And we've got to get our VASI working properly and get rid of this tree. I tried 3 different times to get rid of this tree. I don't know if we still have. No, we don't. So that's where we are, and that's what we got done. And then, as I said, the first time I was able, there's the farmhouse. And I'm going to do that in Blender, and I'm going to spend my next week learning Blender so I can do it properly, because it didn't come over as well as I wanted it to. We zoomed in. We may have crashed here. Well, did we? Yeah, no, we're still there. So we should be able to zoom in. There is the farmhouse. And Mama Carnes Museum. And my bus. There's the FedEx guy. And we'll come back around this way and do kind of a from this view. And I'll show you the Rangers Tower and give you a perspective from the Rangers Tower of the barn of the here's the Rangers Tower right there, and that's 1.1 miles away. Zoom in just a little bit. So there's the farmhouse and Mama Carnes Museum, and there's Gerald Bingham's place. And if we come up a little bit higher, you can see the runway come in. And this is what it looks like at night. And I think I'll call it quit. So, good deal. I feel like I was productive. So let's go ahead and come back here and say thanks for watching. This is Chaz, November 146 Charlie Hotel. Saying adios. Thanks for watching, and thanks for joining me on my little look-see over my efforts this evening and early this morning.